going on, guys? Pitbull D45 here today, and I wanted to explain the Crisco 500 method as far as seasoning cast iron. I bought this combination cooker today. I've already cleaned it up a little bit and heated it up. Normally I would run this down to bare metal, but this one wasn't too bad. So as you can see, it's tinged right here, but it's actually two pieces. It just comes apart, and it's a fryer. It's a number 8 fryer, and it's a combination fryer is what they call it, I believe. So anyways, I'm going to season it up today using the Crisco 500 method. You want to get your oven up to 500 degrees, preheat the pieces, which I've already done, and then you just want to use some kind of lard. They call it Crisco, obviously, but it doesn't really matter. And just, you want to cover it, both sides. The thing is, a lot of people are not happy with the way their finished product looks, and you leave, if that's the case, you have probably left too much of the lard on. So once you get it all like that, you just want to take a towel and almost wipe it all the way back off. So now that that side's done, we'll go ahead and do the inside also. And one thing I like to do is I use Q-tips on some of the hard to reach places, like around this lip. You just want to get a little bit on there and make sure it's all covered. And the handle. And again, once you have it all covered, you just want to really wipe it all off. You're going to think you're wiping it all off, but there is a nice thin layer, and it will caramelize. It gets in the pour and it caramelizes. And what you do is once you have it all covered like this and wipe back down, you want to put it back in the oven for an hour. And that will be well past its smoke point, and then let it cool completely down. And then once it's cooled completely down, I like to do it 2 or 3 different times. So I've got that top section done. Now we're going to do this actual fryer part. And the cool thing about the combo fryer is you can use the top as a pan, or I'm sorry, as a skillet, and you can use the bottom by itself as well, or you can use the top as a lid, and that's why they call it a combination fryer. So that's all done. We'll wipe it right back down. Alright guys, I'll see you in an hour. Alright, we're back for the second coating of seasoning. I let this bake or cure, whatever you want to say, for an hour on 500. Then I pulled it out, and it's still warm, but it's not to where it's going to make the lard smoke as soon as I put it on it. Again, this is the Crisco 500. There are probably 500 methods on how to do it with 500 different things, but this is how you do it with the lard. And if you have something that works better than this, that's awesome. This works good for me, and I've done probably 200 pieces this way, and until I find something better, I'll keep doing it this way. Sometimes you just mess up too. You put too much on it and you don't wipe it off, or it just doesn't take, or whatever, and every once in a while you'll have to completely strip it back down to bare metal and start over. So there's the top. Go ahead and get it back in the oven. You normally would want to use like a lint-free rag or something as well, but I just don't have any right now. You can see I do use it was an old dish towel, and this doesn't leave any lint in the seasoning. Back in the oven for another hour. We'll be back. Alright, here we go. We're getting ready for our third coat of seasoning. I've just pulled it out. I let it sit for a little bit, get a little cool. Again, I didn't let it cool all the way down to ice cold, but it's not going to smoke when I put the seasoning on it, or the lard. Another good coat. You can see it's starting to turn black. Probably 3 layers, or 3 layers of seasoning, 3 coats, whatever you want to call it, will probably be enough to cook on it, no problem. And the more you cook on it, the darker it's going to get, and the more non-stick it'll be. So same process, just going to wipe it all back down. If you leave too much grease in it, it'll tend to puddle and get sticky, and you just don't want to build the seasoning up that quickly, because it's just not going to work. It gets sticky and nasty, and you might as well just take your time and not be in a hurry with it. But just like both these pieces, I'm going to put them upside down to where it's not like this, but it's actually going to be face down, so any lard is going to drip out of the pieces instead of get puddled up. Just depends on how much time I have and how patient I am. Some pieces I'll put, 4 or 5, 6 coats of lard on it and really build that seasoning up, but you don't have to. This is keeping it from rusting, and it's making it non-stick. We save our bacon grease, and after we use our pieces, we will clean them up with hot water, dry them real good, and then take a thin layer of bacon grease and just wipe it down while it's still warm. While it's still, I mean, I say warm, but it's hot to the touch. We'll be back. Alright guys, this is cool now, and that was after the third coat. You can see it's really blackened up, and it'll just keep getting darker as the seasoning builds up from cooking. So, appreciate you guys watching. I hope this helps you out. Remember, Crisco 500 lard for an hour on 500-degree temperature in your oven, and this is 3 coats. Pitbull D45, and I'm out.